What up guys, welcome to my Dragonflight PvP add-ons guide. In this video I will guide you through all the add-ons you need to climb the ranks. Whether you are a new player or a rank 1, it does not matter, these are universal add-ons that everybody is using. First up, Gladius. Gladius is without a doubt the most famous PvP add-on out there. It is just so simple and so important at the same time. This add-on main function is to allow you to monitor diminishing returns, also known as DRs, which are a crucial part of PvP. And as such, the way you play around those is often the difference between an average and a great player. You really don't want to waste your one stun on a healer that is halfway DR'd. Of course, everything is situational, but if monitoring it will help you make better decisions in the heat of the arena, then why not? This add-on also allows you to keep track of enemy trinkets and racials. This is something that the new Blizzard UI is starting to do as well, so you might already be used to that. This add-on comes ready from the get-go, you just install it, and as you refresh the game, it will show up in the middle of your screen. Then just click it and drag it to your desired location and lock it in place either in the add-on's options or by typing /Gladius lock. And that's it, Gladius is ready for battle. Next up is OmniBar, an add-on that allows you to track enemy cooldowns. You will use this to keep track of enemy interrupts, main offensive and defensive cooldowns. Unlike Gladius, OmniBar needs a little bit of a setup, but don't worry, I got you. Open your interface, select OmniBar, and then head over to Spells. In this tab, you will want to go over every class and choose what cooldowns you want to monitor. When you are done, simply press OK and OmniBar is ready to go. Now to OmniCD. This is pretty much OmniBar, but instead of tracking enemy cooldowns, it tracks your teammates. This one is also simple to set up, just go in game and type /OmniCD. The add-on settings will pop up and from there you want to go into Arena and pretty much do the same thing you did with OmniBar. Just go over racials, trinkets and of course every single class in the game and choose which spells you want to keep track of. Next is one of my favorites, BigDebuffs. This add-on allows you to see when your teammates are crowd controlled. Whether it's a stun, polymorph, cyclone, Fayr, doesn't matter, the add-on will pop up an icon on top of your teammate's raid bar. It also displays a big icon on top of your enemies when they are crowd controlled. This is a must-have for solo queue where you are not in comms with your team, as it helps you decide if you should play offensively or defensively depending on if your healer is crowd controlled or not. To set this one up, just open your add-ons tab, select BigDebuffs and slide the bar to your liking. If you are playing a class that has a dispel ability, then you should slide the dispellable CC bar higher than the other ones, so that you can differentiate the crowd control you can dispel from what you cannot. Next up is WeakAuras. Don't make the mistake of looking at this as a PvE only add-on. With WeakAuras, you can track any spells, trinkets, talent effects, passives, whatever it is, you can keep track of it in whichever way you choose. Either by pop-ups, icons, messages, sounds, anything you can imagine, you can make a WeakAura out of it. WeakAuras is one of the most complex add-ons to configure, so you will have to mess with it for a few minutes until you start getting the hang of it. To start the configuration, head into the game, type in /WA, then you will have to choose what kind of template to go with. If you are new to this add-on, go with simple. Choose how you want to display the effect you want to track. For this example, I will go with an icon, then choose what category the effect fits in. Let's go with a buff. Choose the effect itself. I'm going with Metamorphosis. And choose when you want it to be visible. Personally, I always prefer it to only show when buffed, because I value a clean UI a lot, more on that later. And there you go, your icon will show in the middle of your screen, you just drag it to wherever you want it, and you are ready to fight. Next add-on is MoveAnything. And just as the name says, it allows you to move pretty much anything in the game to anywhere else. In my case, I use it to move and resize my Paladin's Holy Power bar to the center of the screen where I can better manage it. It also allows you to move and resize cast bars, which comes pretty handy in PvP. Configuring this one is also not very intuitive, but it is worth it. Just press Ask and MoveAnything will be on the options list. Click it and the configuration panel will pop up just like that. As a heads up, be ready to spend 15 minutes figuring out in which category what you want to move fits in, but as I said earlier, it is worth it just to have a clear UI that will allow you to monitor and react to every situation faster in PvP combat. And finally, the last add-on I am recommending today is Bartender 4. Yes, the Blizzard UI has come a long way to try and match these add-on features, but it still does not offer everything. This add-on allows you to keep track of what actually matters by placing only the spells with a cooldown in your action bars. Yes, you do not need to have spells that have no cooldown in the middle of your screen, you can simply hide them in fade-out action bars like these ones. That will allow you to have such a more organized and functional UI to take your gameplay to the next level. The same can be said about all those PvP macros we have to cast spells on Arena 1, 2 and 3, or on your focus target. Trust me on this, you really just need to keep track of the main ability cooldown. In order to do this, open your bartender by right-clicking its icon on the minimap. Left-click will display and unlock all action bars and their respective names. From there, select the action bar you want to hide, go into visibility and select the fade out option. Then just slide the alpha all the way to 0 and it's done. Also, you only have to do this once, since you can go into profile and copy these settings to all your halts. And that's all for today, guys. Thanks for watching. If you haven't yet, please consider subscribing. And as always, stay strong and I will see you in the arena.